You're looking at a massive food operation run by the Society of St. Vincent de Paul of Phoenix. More than 6 million pounds of food arrive in these warehouses every year. Society volunteer Kate Samalek and Vincentian Phyllis O'Toole are on the front lines.
The sorting process is to open up a wonderful big carton, look and see what's in there, and then decide where each item needs to go.
Mainly sort food. We keep what's good, we check dates, we throw out what's ripped open, too badly damaged.
Soon after Kate and Phyllis and scores of other volunteers do all of the sorting, Vincentians Robert Lansendorfer and Ron Robinson arrive to pick up food that helps restock the pantry run by the conference at the Cathedral of St. Simon and Jude in Phoenix.
We pick up basics, eggs, hot dogs, condiments, water. We're open, and anything we can have, we distribute. We always have supply on hand, and this place supplies it in addition to what we purchase.
Well, we have usually 2 pallets of food preset for us. So they'll load those preset pallets, and then they have other stuff around which does not go on the pallets. Like today, we managed to get some canned food, cake mixes, bottled water, sometimes some cleansing materials, and we find whatever we can that we can use and give out, and we take all of that back to the pantry, and it moves fast.
Father Bud Pelletier Jr. believes the society offers people many ways to live their faith.
What I think is wonderful about it, especially the food program that we have here, is that it can involve you no matter where you think your talents are. There are some people who love to go person to person, who love meeting people and engaging people. And there's that happens at the local conferences where they go out and they meet with the people who call and ask for aid and assistance. There might be people who are a little more shy. Gee, I don't know if I could do that. I don't know if I could go to someone's house. That's all right. We have ways of doing that. Can you help pack a food box? Yeah, maybe I can do that. Can you help go to the store and help us pick up the products that are donated? Can you help us in your local parish, maybe with a food drive? Can you come down to our sorting facility? And I mean, it's a volunteer activity to stand and sort cans. It may not sound glamorous and, oh, well, what did you do to help the poor today? Oh, I sorted cans. How did you find the face of Christ today? Oh, I put a can of green beans over here. But you know something? If that's where your talents and your abilities are, on the kitchen side of things, there are people who have wonderful culinary skills, or there are people who don't have wonderful culinary skills. But you know something? They can chop, they can sort, they can wash, they can open a can. And all of that is a participation in mission.
It's the mission of the society, which reads in part, Vincentians are united in an international society of charity by their spirit of poverty, humility, and sharing that resonates with society volunteers.
You feel like God is with you because every now and then something would happen when I'd be out delivering, and just it seems like God would step in the way and give you a chance to do something you wouldn't normally do.
Well, the fellowship is what I like, and the thought that all of this food is going to these different places is just amazing. I've been in 3 different parishes in Phoenix, and they've all had active St. Vincent de Paul societies. And even as a little girl, I can remember certain people in our parish that were so devoted to St. Vincent de Paul.
I like helping people. I really, really do. And in addition to food, I pray a lot for them too. I think that's very important. And it's very nice to be able to help somebody that is hurting and seems to have no other place to turn.
Satisfaction, and also there's a lot of church involved here. It's a requirement that you help those who don't have as much as you do and who really need the help. I mean, that's not just something that makes you feel good. I mean, you're required to do something like that. So we all do. And the people that, boy, I work with, it, unbelievable.
Some of the food processed here on the main campus for St. Vincent de Paul in Phoenix is prepared by volunteers like Mike. He's opening up cans of vegetables that will be used in the meals served later in the day at this dining room and at 4 other locations across Phoenix. Single mom Claudia Tria says she feels comfortable bringing her kids to St. Vincent's dining room.
The meals, I think they're good. They're really good. And I like how there's a lot of families here. You know, you don't feel weird when you come here. Like a lot of people that need help, you know, when they go places, they feel uncomfortable. Here, I don't.
Claudia appreciates how she and her family are welcomed and treated with dignity and respect, hallmarks of the society.
Well, actually, I've never really gone anywhere else. You know, I mean, when I would hear about going to other places that help you, I would, you know, like prideful or a little like embarrassed. But when I first came here, a friend actually told me about this place, and once I came, like I said, I seen all the families, so I was just like, well, you know, I just fit right in, and it was real comfortable. Everybody greets you at the door, they say hi, hello, you know what I mean, real respectful. They're nice.
Lily Bates and her husband Randy care for their grandson. The warm meals served by Caring Hearts help them make ends meet.
Oh yes. We live on our Social Security, me and my husband. I'm disabled and he is too. So after paying our rent, we get a little bit of food stamps, but not enough to really put in, you know. So coming here in the afternoon, you know, in the evenings after he gets out of school, it prolongs our meals. You know, we have more for the weekend meals when they're not open, but you know, it helps us. And I have a lot of friends here. We socialize and I meet a lot of different people.
Vincentian Frank Barrio says the society has created a family atmosphere driven by person-to-person contact.
Tonight, we never have a shortage of people who want to come and serve the poor and meet them, shake their hands. It's not a spiritual experience, but also friendly atmosphere where they feel at ease. They're not coming to a food line somewhere. No, they're coming to a friendly atmosphere, and their kids will sit and play and learn.
Lily says life's ups and downs have tested her faith. Sometimes she's not sure how she would manage without St. Vincent de Paul's help.
Right, it's like, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? And then St. Vincent de Paul opens the door. They're your lifeline. That's what I say. They're your lifeline, saying, okay, we're here. I'm your lifeline.
Vincentians take the responsibility of being just such a lifeline seriously.
Once you get started and you meet the people in need, it's the old saying I mentioned before, once you're a member of St. Vincent de Paul, you're going to stay there till you die, and that is true with me and most of the members of most of them, once they've started with St. Vincent, they don't quit. They stay until their last breath, because what we do is important, and the spirituality is a big part of it.
Father Bud says the Society of St. Vincent de Paul's invitation to serve is something every Catholic should prayerfully consider.
That's a call from God. That's an inspiration of the Holy Spirit. It may not seem like it at the time, but when you give that inspiration a chance to work, when you put that inspiration into action, then it begins to grow. It starts this wonderful thing that, you know, as God continues to grace you in that ministry, you begin to understand what the grace of God is in your own life. When you begin to serve in that mission, when you begin to let that mission have an active part in your life, like I said, as simple as moving that can of green beans. I always use green beans, by the way, because I hate green beans. But the can of green beans, when it moves from place to place, you're letting God inspire you to do that. And anything that lets the Lord in any way, shape, or form, the Lord is going to take that opportunity. The Holy Spirit is going to take that opportunity to grow and strengthen and be an active part of your life. And then all of a sudden, you'll realize, wait a minute, this has helped me grow. This has helped me in my relationship. It's kind of stealthy, it's kind of sneaky. But you know something? If that's what it takes for the Lord, more power.
A calling to grow in spirituality and to think it may all start with one simple can of green beans. For Our Faith in Action, today's Society of St. Vincent de Paul, I'm Trace Trolka.